future is bigger than what you can see with your eyes. You will become, if you choose to, doctors, lawyers, and architects. You can become teachers, politicians, and even vets. You will create and you will build. You will do many great things. Whatever you think is what you will be. So think big, think positive, and live beyond your dreams. And this is something that I wrote. I was inspired because for teaching for so long, the number one thing that I've learned from teaching is humility. When I first graduated from college, 3 weeks before graduation, my good old Caprice Classic broke down. Now, I don't know about y'all. You know anything about a Caprice Classic? And can y'all guess the color? She was burgundy too, right? Okay. But just because my car broke down did not give me an excuse to quit. I know some people who would have said, nah, I ain't catching a bus. I ain't bumming no ride because my car broke down. The story gets even better. I graduate. A month later, I get hired as a teacher. Raise your hand if you think I had a car. Exactly. I didn't. But it was no excuse for me not to pursue what I had just went to college for 5 years for, right?
All right.
You hear my mother in the back? That's the amen for y'all. Excuse me. Just, but it was not an excuse. So humility, when I tell you humility will come either way. You can have humility while you're succeeding, or you can have humility while you're just doing nothing. My first year of teaching, high school at that, right? Y'all know high school students are really adults, okay? My first year of teaching high school students, I got right up on the Tara bus in Toledo and caught the bus to school with my high school students. My little cousin right here, I call him little. He might be big, y'all, but he's little to me. What's my name? What's my name, Ruth? Tell him. What's my name? You better say it right. Even though he was my cousin, and when they would see me outside of school, he would try to say, Toy, I'll be like, what's my name? You know what I'm saying? But I made him call me Miss Williams. But I had to persevere. I had to persevere. And so for out of the 20 years of teaching, for about 6 years, I taught English to 5th graders. And every time they walked in the classroom, they had to read out loud. I don't know if you're familiar with Thomas J. Smith. You had to be probably at least 40, I don't know. But when you hear this, they had to say, excuses are the tools of the weak and incompetent, used to build monuments of nothingness. And them who excel in excuses seldomly excel in anything else but excuses. And even though you might be 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 35, 43, whatever age you may be, there is nothing worse than an excuse. Excuses will keep you right in the same spot. I can't go because my shoes untied. I can't go because I'm too scared, right? But guess what? You know, people always say, don't be scared. What you scared for? Don't be scared. But I'm going to tell you this. Be afraid. Be very afraid. But do it afraid. Huh? When you was little, I don't know if y'all was like me and my brother. My mama used to tell us to go downstairs and make sure the patio door was locked. And if y'all know my brother Judge, I'm going to tell you right now, he might be bad, but he was bad. But he was a bad, scary something, okay? So we would go downstairs to make sure that the patio door was locked. I would say, I'm going to get him because he was terrible. So I would say, go ahead and check it. I'm going to step by the stairs and wait for you. So as soon as I hear the thing click and I hear his little feet pattern, I would run up the stairs as fast as I can, turn the hallway light off, and be like, the boogeyman coming to get you. Boy, he would come up there screaming and hollering. But I'm going to tell you, I was afraid too. I was scared to death to go down there and check, make sure the patio door was locked. But I did it afraid. This one right here said, she got on social media. I saw a photo of her and it was absolutely beautiful. But afraid what people was going to say about her. But she did it afraid. Did you have all the confidence in the world when you started Wavy Baby? Not at all. I did it afraid. I sold Mary Kay, because I love makeup, right? for about 12 years. And I went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Am I going to start a cosmetic line? Nah, because it ain't Mary Kay. It ain't Mac. It ain't this. It ain't that. It ain't Imani. So about 2 years ago, I did it. And I did it afraid. Matter of fact, I got some free stuff. I bought some free books and free stuff because I just like to give stuff away because I know the principle of giving. If you give, it shall be given back, right? Give that press down, shaking together, man shall give it to the rich, right? So, but I want to tell you, whatever it is, do it afraid. Be scared. But by all means, don't quit. Don't stop. All right? You've heard about perseverance. You've heard about being courageous. You've heard Mr. I'm sorry for laughing at Mr. Troy, but boy, I could just see his knees wobbling. And I don't know about y'all, but if you ever been a kid or an adult and you ran so much till your legs just left you, I really know how it felt. But I love the way he said, just finish the race. There are so many things that you can do. Don't let nobody limit you to what. Just choose this or choose that. You can do it all. You can do it all. A-L-L. There is nothing that you can't do. I'm not telling you something that I think about, that I thought of. I've published 2 books. I have my own publication service. I started a cosmetic line. I earned not just a bachelor's degree, but a master's degree, right? This is not my book. This is me telling you. Yeah, I struggled. Yeah, I grew up in a household where it was just my mother raising me, and a lot of time we didn't have transportation, but we got there, okay? My mother had to work, so I had a house key at 7 years old, so me and my brother could get in the house after school. I'm talking about walking through the mud. You know how people, they always use that phrase, out the mud or in the mud. I've been through the mud, okay? I don't look nothing like what I've been through. So my testament to you is do it all. Don't limit yourself to one thing. You heard, I still call him Skitty, talk about academics. You don't just want sports. You always want something that you can fall back on. I can stop teaching today, travel the world, and go sell millions of copies of my books, and come back next year at this time and go right back into a school because I have something to fall back on. Always have more than one thing that you can do. My 10-year-old nephew said something to me yesterday. He said, Titi, I want to be a business owner when I grow up. I said, you ain't got to wait till you grow up to be no business owner. You 10 years old. If you old enough to think it, you old enough to be it. And I'm old enough to mentor you. Right? Parents, the greatest thing that you can give your kid, it ain't the latest Jordans, I'm sorry. I've seen it all. The worst kids that come to school with the least confidence got Jordans on their feet. That's right. Some of the worst kids, and I don't mean worse, like they're horrible, but they're in worse, bad conditions, mentally and emotionally. Got on the biggest name brand outfit. But you know what? They go home and they get called out their names. They go home, how you got them shoes but y'all ain't got no food? How you got them shoes but you think your name is B, Mother Effa, and all of this? The greatest thing that you can give your kid is words of affirmation. Don't ever let somebody outside your household encourage and build up your child more than you do. My dad moved here when I was like 14. But to this day, I'm 43 years old, right? Every time I see my dad, he kisses me on the forehead and say, you my star. So when I decided to do a cosmetic line, you know what I named it? Star. Because that stuck with me. Those words of affirmation will take you somewhere that a degree can't take. Now, let me ask you another question. Do you have a college degree? Absolutely not. But guess what? This is an amazing, successful business owner. Now, I ain't telling you not to go to college. I'm just telling you, if you don't go to college like I did for all the years, it don't mean you can have success. That's right. Success is what you make it, how you want it. But by all means, you got to get it and you got to work hard at it. It ain't going to drop out the sky. I know sometimes we think it is. And you see people say there was an overnight success. There is no such thing as an overnight success. Because, baby, you better know that it's been some years where they were in the, like we like to say, in the mud, walking and sloshing and stopping right there in the mud, working hard, okay? picking cotton. If you don't know what it means, go look it up, all right? But picking cotton, making pillows out of cotton, making mattresses out of cotton, making couches out of cotton. Right. It takes a whole lot of cotton to make a couch, just in case you didn't know. But I'm going to leave you with this. Whatever you do, don't give up. If you don't know the answer, ask somebody. And 3, keep smiling. All right? If you meet me back over there at the table, I got some stuff. Not right now, because we got some more speakers. All right? Don't you cut. No, you got to wait till the end to get the goods. Okay?
Dr. Welcome, Ms. Latoya Williams. That was beautiful. Don't give up. So I hope y'all been entertained today because we have some amazing speakers so far. A lot of jewels, a lot of